Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is RetroDog34, and in this week's video we're going to be talking about something that's been on my mind at least for the last couple weeks. That's right, we're going to talk about tank champion points. This is using the CP 2.0 champion point system and how to specifically use them for your tank builds. As you know, most of you that jump in and watch my Twitch channel, I mainly play tanks, and I have every class built out as a tank, and I've tested this CP build on every one of them. This is, in my opinion, the best way to go as far as CP points using the new champion point system. So either you're playing a Templar or you're playing a DK, once you set them up, unlike the old system where you went in and based on the different type of content, you were adjusting them and kind of rearranging them every now and then on different type of trials or dungeons or 4-man content that you were doing. In the new champion point system, it's almost to the point where once you have it, you're done. It's already set up and you're good to go. Now, without further ado, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I definitely appreciate it. Go down and hit that giant red button. Definitely subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to get grow the audience a little more, and I definitely appreciate all your guys' huge comments and support as I build out this channel. So without further ado, let's get into this and actually talk about our champion points for tanks. All right, so the first thing we want to do is get into warfare, right? So we jump into the blue one. We take a look at this. This is probably going to be your biggest one other than the red one. So the first thing we want to do is go into staving death. This is where you want to put at least your main bulk of your CPs right now. So first one, you want to put 10 points into quick recovery. This increases your healing taken by 1% per stage. Currently I have it at 10. This is all you need to do to open up this tree. So the current bonus is 1% healing taken. It's not a huge buff, but all you're doing is putting 10 points in so you can open up the tree for this. So other than that, you're not going to increase this all the way. It's just going to sit there. Next you want to do is go to preparation. So this one reduces your damage taken from non-player attacks by 2% per stage. Current bonus, I currently have it maxed out at 40, which gives me an 8% damage reduction. Remember, as tanks, damage reduction is huge. We want to make sure we're reducing as much damage as possible. Next one I have is Elemental Aegis. Reduces the damage you take from magical attacks by 1% per stage. Effects are magic, flame, frost, and shock damage. My current bonus is 3% damage reduction. I plan to max this out, but right now I have it currently set at 30, which is a good set. It gives me a 3% damage reduction. Again, name of the game for tanks is damage mitigation. Mitigation is reducing all damage. So the next one I have in this tree is Hardy. Reduces the damage you take from martial attacks by 1% per stage. Effects are physical, poison, disease, and bleed damage. My current bonus is 4% damage reduction. I have this completely maxed out because as tanks, we get hit quite a bit. I do not have anything in resilience. So once we do that, we jump out, and now we're going into our other trees. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot in others. This is not anything that's going to detriment my build. Next one, I got Tireless Discipline. Grants 260 max stamina per stage. Currently, I have 1,040 maximum stamina. I have it completely maxed out. This is great, especially as tanks. We're using block a lot. The next one, Eldritch Insight, is grants 260 max magicka per stage. This is giving me a current 1040 max magicka. Again, that's how I have it set up. Now we're getting into the tricky part. So the next one is Enduring Duelist Rebuff. Reduces your damage taken by single target attacks by 2% per stage. Currently I have this maxed out at 50 points and it's at 10% damage reduction. This is the first one that I will be able to slot in my champion bar. As you can see, it gives you a little glyph. It looks like a different color other than the ones that you currently have filled out or maxed out. This you need to slot this in your champion bar for this to work. If you don't, it's just going to sit there. This is not a passive, it's actually an active. So the next one is Enduring Resolve. Reduces your damage taken by damage over time attacks by 2% per stage. Current bonus right now is 10% damage reduction. I have it completely maxed out. Again, this is a champion bar one. Next one is Unsaleable. This is reduces your damage taken by area of effects attack by 2%. So again, these two are very close. So I played MMOs where they're almost built the same. In ESO, they are completely different. So we're looking at this one's a damage over time. This is a area effect. This gives me a 10% damage reduction, and this is one of those that you definitely need to have as far as your tanks. So again, this is a champion bar that you want to have. Like this one, you need to have it as champion bar too. So make sure you have these slotted in your champion bar, or else they're not going to work. Next one is Bulwark. While you have a shield or frost staff equipped, your spell and physical resistance is increased by 1,900. Currently, I do not have this maxed out, but that is my plan, especially with the current system that we got going on, and hopefully get this maxed out soon. All right, so that's it for the blue as far as what I have currently. Next one is we're going to jump over to fitness. This one gets a little funky. So the first one up is Boundless Vitality. This grants 28 max health per stage. Currently, I have 1,400 max because I have it currently at 50 points. This needs to be slotted in your champion bar for it to be worked. Next one I have is Ironclad, grants 34.6 armor per stage, and we're wearing heavy armor, so this is a huge one. So currently I have 1,731 armor. This is a huge one, especially for tanks. Rejuvenation is grants 3 health, magicka, and stamina recovery per stage. Current bonus is 150 health, magicka, and stamina recovery. This is a huge one again for tanks. Again, those are all champion bar that you need to slot. Next one I have is Hasty. Increase your movement speed while sprinting by 2% per stage. Current right now is 2% movement speed. That is only used to unlock this. Tireless Guardian reduces the cost of blocking by 20 stamina per stage. Currently, I have this maxed out at 80 block cost reduction. Again, this new champion system is more expensive, so having a reduction is great. Nimble Protector is up next. Increase your movement speed while bracing by 3% per stage. 15% movement speed is my current setup, my current bonus. So again, as tanks using full armor, we have a movement negativity against us. So using that is great. Next one up is Fortification. Increases the amount of damage you can block by 2% per stage. Current, I have 6% block mitigation. Again, like I stated earlier, mitigation is our key for tanks. We want to mitigate as much damage as possible, and this is one of those that we definitely need. Next up, I have Expert Evasion. Your next roll dodge is free of cost. After consuming this effect, you cannot gain it again for 30 seconds. We are not running around roll dodging a whole lot, but it is a good one to use just in case. Next one is Hero's Vigor, which grants 280 max health per stage. We're tanks, we need a lot of health. So this current bonus I haven't maxed out, giving me 1,120 max health. This again is great for tanks because it gives us a lot of health. Next one up is Mystic Tendency, reduces the duration of elemental status effects applied to you by 5%. Currently, right now, this is one I'm working on. I have it at 0% reduced duration, so I'm currently getting hit quite a bit with status effects. I don't have any points put into it a whole lot. Next one I have Tumbling, reduces the cost of roll dodge by 120 stamina per stage, so it reduces by 120. which is great. Next one is Defiance. Reduces the cost of break free by 110 stamina per stage. My current is 220 cost reduction. Again, this new system is a little more expensive, especially for our skills and our utilities. So we need to make sure that we're trying to reduce some of those as much as possible. And in this case, this is one of those that we definitely want to reduce. And going forward, I see filling almost all of these out as I go. All right, so next up is craft. So in craft, this doesn't help us a whole lot as far as our skills go, but one thing that we definitely want to take a look at is how we set these up. So the first one I did was Wanderer, which reduces the cost of waste shrines usage by 10% per stage. I currently have it at 40% cost reduction. This was huge for me because it's cheaper. Next one is Steadfast Enchantment. This one is huge. Your weapon enchantments decay 20% slower per stage. If it was me, I would tell everybody to do this one. I currently have 100% reduced decay rate. That means I never have to use soul gems again. They have literally become useless for me except for rezzing players that are down, or selling them to the vendor, or selling them to other players. They, at this point, they're worthless. They're just going to sit in my bank and collect space because there's nothing I'm going to use for weapon enchantments unless I'm rolling a brand new character. So in my mind, if you have the points, this is one that I would definitely use. Next one is going to be Breakfall. Reduce your fall damage taken by 7% per stage. Currently, right now, I have 35% reduced damage. This one is kind of a double-edged sword. If you run Cyrodiil, I do PvP on occasions. If you run Cyrodiil, this is actually going to hurt you. If you do what's called blood spawn or corpse spawning, where you jump off a large cliff, die, and then just spawn at one of the keeps, if you have this, it's a 35% reduced damage. It's just going to take you a lot to die. It just takes you longer to die. It sometimes doesn't even work. Next one up, I have Rationeer. It adds 10 minutes to the duration of any eaten food or drink per stage. Currently, I have 30 minutes. So with that and my skills down in provisioning, I currently sit at 3 hours for my food to go through. Next one up is Liquid Efficiency. Whenever you use a potion or poison, you have 10% chance to not consume it. So that's a free potion on a 10% chance. I mean, come on. It's not going to click every single time, but currently 10% is not bad. You need 75 points to get that to work effectively, but it is definitely worth it when you put it in your champion bar. Next one up is Steed's Blessing. Increases your out of combat movement speed by 0.4% per stage. Currently, I have a 20% movement speed. Again, as tanks, we tend to be slower than anybody, and this is only works when you're out of combat, so it does help. Next one up is Treasure Hunter. Increase the quality of your items you find in treasure chests. This is going to be a flip. So you could either do Fortune's Favor, which increases the amount of gold you find in treasure chests and safe boxes by 10% per stage. And currently I have a 20% increase. Or you could do Treasure Hunter. In my opinion, you do Treasure Hunter because what you're going to do is get better quality items out of your trials, out of your dungeons that you're running for those treasure chests that you find in those events or those in that content. It's gold. There's better ways of making gold in this game, and actually I'm going to go ahead and do a video on the best and easiest ways to make gold in this game. This is still not too bad. I'm currently sitting at 20%. All right, so guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope this helps for all you future tanks out there. Again, I've played I've been a tank in multiple different MMOs, from ESO to EverQuest when it came out and back in '99, to EverQuest 2, to World of Warcraft, to just about every type of MMO that's been out. I've played it, and I played as tanks. ESO is one of those different type of games that I'm fully enjoying, and especially as a tank. With this new champion point system, it's completely changes the game and how you can build your characters. Not everything is going to be the way that a lot of us have used in the past, and not where everything is very static. In this new system, you can build a hybrid type of a tank where you're doing some massive damage output. This setup that I currently have is strictly for just tanking. This is for end game type of content, type of tanking. We just did Hell Raw hard mode, veteran Hell Raw hard mode. I've used it with my Templar just to make sure that this setup actually works really well, and it really did mitigate quite a bit of the damage coming in towards my tank. So again, hopefully you guys found this video informative, and hopefully it helps you as you adventure out in Elder Scrolls. And again, if you guys haven't, I definitely appreciate you guys hitting that sub button at the bottom and jump into my stream. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tuesday and Thursdays, I kick off the stream at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday and Sundays, I kick it off at 11 o'clock. Saturdays are our core trials, where we're running through some of that vet content, and on Sundays we do achievement hunting. If all my crew is ready to run with me, in some cases they aren't, but in most cases I do run achievement farming, where we're trying to get no deaths, speed runs. We're trying to get those hard modes done for all those 4-man contents out there. So again, I appreciate you guys watching this, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and got some great information out of this. My question to you guys is, at this point, is what type of champion system do you guys use on your tanks, and how is it different than the way I set this up? Drop a comment down in the comment section below, and I'd love to have a conversation with you about this. Till next time, happy adventuring in Elder Scrolls Online, and you guys have a great day. Peace.